Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. And then on Sunday,
and you know for that matchup with Charlotte, it's going to be game number 4 for them during the start of this NBA campaign. They'll want to get off to a hot start to the year.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Vassell pairs with Barnes to make up the forward pair. Fox is out there with Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Golden State, they've got Jimmy Butler. Curry is out there with D'Anthony Melton. And there's Porzingis, and it's Santos in at the power forwards position. And so off the tip, it's San Antonio. And this early in the season, Greg, we still have a lot to learn about these teams.
And they're still learning about themselves, right? The coaches are working on rotations and game plans. The players are trying to establish the chemistry that a winning team needs.
Now here's Butler. Here's Melton. A three-pointer, no good. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. Back to you guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. 6 to shoot. Here's Butler. That shot missing. Nice defense by Vassell. Castle with it. A pass to Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Melton. Let's go. Wembanyama, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Santos. Golden State moving it around. And the rejection by Wembanyama. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fox with the screen for Castle. A pass to Fox. Here's Butler, and Curry has it in the corner. Here's Santos. And again, no good by Golden State.
Still nothing after 4 shot attempts. They're desperate to see something fall through the net.
And it's Barnes at the elbow. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Out to Porzingis. This one for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning. And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Wembanyama outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
Considered by many to be the best prospect since LeBron James, Wembanyama seems determined to reach his full potential.
He misses the free throw. In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Yeah, he was overthinking that. He's usually automatic from the line.
An assertive penetrator. Love watching Butler use that athleticism to drive and finish inside.
Vassell outside. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Curry. Back to Porzingis. over Wembanyama. Porzingis can't hit. Spurs have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. To the middle. Here's Castle. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
Outside Butler. To the inside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
Spurs trail by 3. Now Castle. Barnes outside. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Pass to Melton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
There is the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
Now Barnes. Barnes screen on Butler. Vassell, the pass to Fox. Shoots over Melton. Curry with the rebound. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Here's Santos. Covered by Barnes. Pass to Curry. Fires away from outside. The long-distance 3 is buried.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Castle against Curry. Wembanyama, a screen on Melton. To end the run. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one.
And so Steve Kerr tries to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And some changes here for the Warriors. Al Horford, he's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Brandon Podziemski in for DeAnthony Melton. Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bryant comes in for Devin Vassell.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Fox. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And at the arc, Fox has only gotten bolder. He takes threes without even thinking about it.
Pass to Santos. Castle against Curry. Lets the 3 fly. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Down low. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Rocking that rim. Keldon Johnson, a big physical wing.
Warriors leading by 3. Outside Butler. Horford sets a screen for Butler. Pass to Santos. No good on the triple. San Antonio's gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside, Fox. Wembanyama, a screen. And it's San Antonio with another.
You get the sense Fox just improving with each game in terms of his pick-and-roll play. Figuring out his angles, knowing when to pull and when to try to split or turn the court.
Podziemski with it. Guarded by Fox. Pass to Horford. Curry against Castle. Curry passes to Horford. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Spurs have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Outside, Fox. From outside the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And this matchup with the Spurs is their first meeting of the season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Castle. He's defended by Podziemski. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things. impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. With this chance, let's show you the league's most intimidating shot-blocking defenses from last season. In fourth, the Spurs.
And last year, their rim protection was unbelievable. Teams actually turned down shots in the lane.
Porzingis with the ball. He's covered by Cornette. Horford's shot is good.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. Wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
Pass to Champagnie. Now here's Harper. He's defended by Podziemski. Picks it out to Johnson. Over Horford. Johnson's shot is off. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound by Johnson.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Harper with a screen on Curry. Back to Harper. And there's the call on Dylan Harper. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Warriors, number 22, Jaden Springer.
Here's Podziemski. 12 points his last outing. Here's Porzingis, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Warriors ahead. They're up by 3, and will return shortly. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor is their damage from the mid-range area.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Horford. He's out there with Moody. Porzingis is out there with Podziemski. And it's Spencer in at the 2 spot.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Pass to Champagnie. Lets it go with the 3. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
A moment here to see some numbers for Horford. How he did last season. He put up about 9 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
Well, I just love his mentality and his approach. He is always ready to go when called upon.
And the Warriors making a change here. Curry's checked in. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Golden State. 6-point game. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really, they did not look especially strong in that game.
Well, it's not one of their more memorable games, but as the saying goes, a win is a win.
Now, here's Harper. Nothing on the board. Inside, got a piece of it. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Porzingis finds Podziemski. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shoots it up. That's short off the rim.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Pass to Bryant over Moody. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Bryant.
And the defense made it difficult, but he refused to be denied.
And when you talk about Dylan Harper, Greg, just how impressive is his skill set?
A tall guard with incredible handles and elite elusivity. He already has an impressive command of the pick and roll. Harper, I believe, is primed to be a special player in this league.
Now here's Bryant. Champagnie passes to Harper. Johnson sets the screen for Harper. The Warriors pull it in. And here's the fast break. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy in that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Guys, back to you. They're
clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Following the three-pointer by San Antonio, Curry releases from the wing and drills it. Curry's got his first bucket in this one.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Harper. Here's Champagnie. Johnson, the pass to Champagnie. Over Curry. A shot by Champagnie, no good. Warriors leading by 3. In the corner, Horford with it. Launches it. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
Harper the pass to Champagnie. Back to Harper. For 3. Sinks the triple. Harper's got 6 here in this quarter.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Pass to Horford. And here is Moody. Porzingis with a screen on Bryant. The 11-footer. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Spurs trail by 3. At the top of the key, Harper. To the paint, here's Johnson. No good with the layup. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. Different look here for the Warriors. Quentin Post is checked in for Porzingis. Butler comes in for Al Horford. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. Now here's Harper. 6 points for him. And there's the call on Dylan Harper. That'll be his second foul of the game.
All right, that's 2 fouls, not a big deal, but you don't want to pick up that third before the half.
And here is Curry. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Cleveland.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long. They are just killing him on the interior.
Castle's checked in for Harper. Spurs trail by 7. Here's Castle. Vassell outside. San Antonio again missing. Warriors have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Curry dishes to Butler. Shot clock at 6. No good on that one. San Antonio's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Curry against Castle. Shoots over Curry. Castle misses. Warriors leading by 7. Pass to post. Back to Butler, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Tim, you know you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played in the league, you often see that between teammates because you have highly competitive individuals who aren't always going to see eye to eye.
But don't you think that's good, though, that competitive tension that may exist within a team?
It creates an edge, Kevin, that you need to win in this league.
Here's Butler after the basket by San Antonio. Back to post. Outside for Curry. There's the triple. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Castle with it. Pass to Barnes. Inside. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. From deep. It's rebounded by De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
And here's Vassell from the arc. The rebound by Post.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Curry against Castle. To the middle. Here's Post. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring.
Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Wembanyama, up high, down hard.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Pass to Moody. Lets it go from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in this game.
It's been a rough quarter for him. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Vassell finds Castle. Barnes sets a screen for Castle. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
That's just textbook. Castle understands when to deliver the ball off that screen.
Pass to Melton. Now, here's Moody. Back to Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
Well, Jimmy's showing you what a great scorer he is. He had the defense completely fooled by that pump fake.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. The free throw drops for Butler.
And the team adopts the personality of Jimmy Butler. He can alter a team's culture.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. They trail by 3. Pass to Castle. Shoots over Curry. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Castle's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 1. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Kerr and Steve.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Well, looking at the Warriors, they started the season on a high note. Now they look to improve to 2-0.
Yeah, they look strong in that first matchup, played with a lot of energy. We'll see if it carries over into this one.
And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
Their bench has been strong. Guys coming in, accepting their roles, playing well in the minutes they're getting.
I'll take your word on this one, Kenny. You're the backup expert.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
On the floor for San Antonio, Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Stephon Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Vassell in at the 3. Castle with it, guarded by Curry. 6 feet out. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Off target with his 3. Spurs trail by 3. Barnes screen on Melton. Castle against Melton. Vassell outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Porzingis with the block.
And there was a time when Porzingis was good for several rejections at the rim like that per game. Most would-be scorers have learned that about him.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Warriors, 4th.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoy playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Curry with it. Castle covering. Porzingis with a screen on Vassell. Butler against Vassell. Butler passes to Santos. The shot's good. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now Castle. He has 6. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Porzingis with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Porzingis. Just 2 to shoot. Releases.
And on defense, Curry's quickness really pays off. Able to stay all over the shooter. Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
You have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
Wembanyama finds Barnes. Here's Vassell. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Barnes sets a screen for Fox. A putback. Pass to Castle. Barnes screen on Curry. He takes it in. And the basket by Castle.
Castle's so good up and down the lane.
Warriors leading by 3. And here is Butler. Covered by Vassell. Fades. And it's Butler missing.
Trying to do a little too much with that fadeaway. There wasn't anyone near him.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
Now here's Barnes. It's stolen by Curry. In the corner, it's Melton. And again, no good by Golden State. The Spurs have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Barnes outside. A pass to Fox. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. And Wembanyama throws it down.
There's no stopping that. Wembanyama with the forceful finish.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Here's Curry with the three. And the Warriors miss again. The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Castle. He's got 8. Here's Vassell. And Santos pulls it down.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Can they get it? Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Curry with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Pass to Melton. Here's Santos. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good from outside.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Castle with it. Outside, Fox. Back to Castle. It's Vassell on the wing. San Antonio again missing.
Well, he's over, but they're still winning, and that's really all that matters.
Butler dishes to Curry. Vassell against Butler. 5 on the clock. Fades and shoots. It's good. Butler's got 7.
Well, he's a great mid-range scorer, and that's why Butler's teammates and coaches encourage him to look for that shot.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Podziemski, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Now Castle. He's got 8. Pass to Champagnie. Knocks down the 3 ball. Champagnie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, he's just a jack of all trades. In addition to his scoring and defense, Butler is also a solid distributor.
Here's Castle. Pass to Champagnie. From the arc. They get it back. Back to Castle. Shoots over Podziemski. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got the lead up to... now for the Spurs. Inside, here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And forget about finesse. This big fella's all about the power.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy Butler, quite the pairing with Steph Curry, and Steph said he's like the exact opposite player of me. He's dominating the paint, I'm dominating the perimeter. Butler said, I don't think I could be a better complement to him, and vice versa. They're not leaving him ever. I'm playing in so much space. Back to you, Kevin.
A terrific fit. Thank you, Allie.
He's just trying to do too much. He's become sloppy with the basketball after a pretty clean first half.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Harper comes in for Castle. Here's Champagnie. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Champagnie's got 6 here in this quarter.
As he develops his game, I see Harper with the ability to be a great facilitator. Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Now, here's Harper. He has 6. Takes it inside, and Harper slams it in.
The strength of this rookie, Harper, getting to the rim,
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Horford's checked in for Golden State. Moody comes in for Jimmy Butler. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Number 1, Stephen Curry.
And no doubt he finished the season right where he should have on that list. He was far and away the best free throw shooter in the league.
Podziemski with it. He's guarded by Harper. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Keep getting it to this man. I mean, once Porzingis catches fire, there is no putting that out.
To the left wing. Outside Harper. Johnson sets the screen for Harper. Warriors with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Curry. Pass to Podziemski. Porzingis with a screen on Harper. Clock at 6. Here's Podziemski. He's guarded by Harper. The Spurs with the lead. There's 53 seconds left in the third. Johnson sets the screen for Harper. To the middle. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Podziemski. To Porzingis for the tie. And it's Harper with the rebound.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now Johnson. Back to Harper. Driving in. Porzingis with the block. Outside Curry. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Curry's got 6.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
Harper drilled from 11 feet out. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Spurs out in front. They're up by 3. And coming up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
And right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Horford is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Moses Moody. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Melton in at the 2. That's the Warriors 5. And here's Harper from the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
After making 2 threes in the first half, the defense has really tightened up on him here, and he's yet to hit one in the second.
And no chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
To the wing right side. Here's Champagnie. The kick out to Harper. And there's the call on Dylan Harper. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And that's now his 4th turnover. He's just been too careless with the basketball.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Butler on the way. To take the lead. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Horford against Harper. Champagnie passes to Harper. Just 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cornette's got his first points of the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Butler. Oh, Butler flying to the rim.
Well, he got downhill, and he was looking to attack the rim. Jimmy Butler, what a finish.
Now, here's Harper. Down low, here's Johnson. That falls. High speed that time from Harper. Harper's got 4 assists in the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Horford. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Pass to Champagny. Tries to save it. Here's Bryant. And the shot goes down. And the Spurs lead by 3. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
4 on the clock. Harper the pass to Wembanyama. Wembanyama fighting for it.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Pass to Butler. It's stolen by Wembanyama. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. That's good from Fox on the assist by Harper. Harper's got 6 assists now in the game.
Moving it around. Eight of their last 10 coming off assists.
Butler against Vassell. Butler kicks to Melton. Butler passes to Moody. Now Podziemski. And here's Melton. Shoots over Fox. Melton, no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Vassell, right side. Johnson, the pass to Harper. Johnson sets the screen for Harper. And it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Now, here's Moody. T right on him. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Vassell inside the line. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And they're winning this game despite his difficulties at the offensive end.
Pass to Butler. Over Johnson. Here's Santos. And they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And the Warriors with some changes. Porzingis comes in for Moses Moody. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski. San Antonio also making some changes. Harrison Barnes comes in for Keldon Johnson. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, "You're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work." Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Outside Butler, back to Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry to the inside. Not as good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Butler.
As cold as he was in the first half, he's done a great job regrouping and turning things around after the break.
Castle against Curry. Outside, Fox. Barnes screen on Melton. Here's Fox. And Santos pulls it down. Santos has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Melton. And the rejection by Wembanyama. San Antonio leading by 5. Here's Castle. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like...
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing to rise up and swat that one away. And the background of how the whole coach's challenge rule came into effect started back.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Had it in the Summer League, and I think it's a great advancement.
Well, there's no doubt how proactive the league has been in identifying new ways to ensure the officiating is as good as it can be. This seemed to be really just part of the natural progression. And it adds, in fact, even a bit of an additional interest level as well. Warriors trail by 5. Curry with the bounce pass. Melton kicks to Curry. Butler from outside. Rebound, San Antonio. Wembanyama has got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Outside, Vassell. Now Castle. Barnes screen on Curry. Castle against Curry. From 6 feet away, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Warriors trail by 5. Butler on the way. Covered by Vassell. Tries it from 9. Wembanyama reels it in. Castle with it. Vassell. The 3 goes down.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Castle against Curry. That shot, no good.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Buries the deep ball.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Porzingis with a screen on Castle. And get the 3. Spurs leading by 11. Wembanyama, a screen. Strong move off the glass.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Spurs.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for Victor Wembanyama.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Good! Lays it right in there.
And Fox starting to show you his abilities inside. It has quick instincts, which I think helps him when he's down low.
And And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, Jay, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. And now our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.